Okay, everybody, I'm here with head coach Jack Walsh. Jack, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Lewis.
Haven't seen you since Philly.
I know, it's been a minute.
It's been a few. So, Jack is in charge of this particular Tampa team. They were D3 last year, ran the tables, got to nationals, ended up in the semifinals, right?
Yeah, Final Four.
And then lost before, they had a chance to go for a national championship. This year, with all the changes in the conference, your team is now the D2 team. So you moved up. How many kids did you have at tryouts to start with?
So I guess for the second consecutive year, luckily we've had 100 plus this year at tryouts. So for both teams,
that's not a joke. 100 plus for University of Tampa's tryouts. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think the final number that we had out was 119 for this season's tryouts.
That's incredible.
I mean, we did it over a course of 2 weekends, move-in weekend, just to get every kid on campus who has an interest, get them out on the ice and get them playing a little bit.
You could have fielded 3 teams easy.
Yeah, so it's something we've definitely explored and hope to be able to field in the future. But again, just to kind of get our wheels turning for this season, just kind of take one thing at a time. So.
Well, speaking of this season, you moved up from D3 to D2. Obviously, tougher competition, but you also lost some of your guys. Like my guy that I had my big call with, number 10, Holden Havlicek, he's up with D1. How has that worked out, having some of your guys move to the D1 team, which is what your job is as this coach?
Yeah, it's something that with our program, it's something that I like to tell a lot of these guys. It's I don't think tough love, but it's, hey, I don't want to coach you next year. I want to see you guys all make this jump and make your way up into the higher divisions and get that chance to play at a higher level. So that's really what comes down to my job, is getting these guys that opportunity to keep moving and progressing in their 4 years or 4+ years in college and get as far as they can.
And you've done a good job of that because some of those kids already moved up, right? And they're getting some good ice time for Lance.
Yeah. So we had, aside from Holden, we had about another 5 guys go up this year.
Wow.
So I know they've had a lot of success. Some guys getting power play minutes, a lot of time in that top 4 defensive groups. I know Tommy Finley's been a good one for their D-core this year. So
good.
Yeah.
Now this year, team got off to a little bit different start, but you're playing in a different division. So you moved from D3 to D2. You start off with Florida Gulf Coast away. You split with them. You go over to Boca and have to play FAU, which is probably the strongest team in D2, at least in College Hockey South. It appears that way. And then you had a great game last night with UCF. But talk about getting that competition, getting in the middle of that.
Yeah, and it's something that in building out our schedule this year, I think we knew we were going to have a lot of new faces coming together. So it's still one of the growing pains that we're kind of getting through, is getting this group to come together, kind of learn each other. Again, you kind of have a melting pot of these younger kids coming in. This is their first taste of college hockey. And as far as I'm concerned, just from my playing days to where we're at now as a program, what better way to introduce them to Florida hockey, college hockey, than go play FGCU and FAU as your first 4 games?
Sure.
I think it's a good welcome call, and we were able to, again, it was a good split with FGCU, 2 good games, and I think with FAU we got another game with them at the Battle at the Beach tournament, so get another opportunity to see them later this year. But again, really 4 good games of hockey to kind of introduce these kids to a new level that they're going to be playing at.
And that's what University of Tampa's done in the last few years. You look at the coaching staff, and we can talk about that real quick. The coaching staff, many of you have played at University of Tampa. You understand the program, you understand the culture, and it's just grown dynamic since, last 5-6 years.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something that's really, in a sense, of the brotherhood that we kind of strive for and kind of keep progressively implementing on everyone. Listen, you have people like our defensive coach, Brendan McDonald, was one of the founders of the program. He saw it from the very get-go. You kind of have myself and then Coach Carter Haynes come in that second generation, in a sense.
Yeah.
Get to see us at our first national appearance in 2015, and from there about 2015 until 2020, and now really kind of pushing it onto this third generation of UT hockey as we get close to our 15th year as a program.
So when you look at generations of hockey, you usually see Neanderthals in there somewhere, and that's where Coach Kuzlik comes in. He's in the D1 team with Lance. But I love the generational thing that you're doing there. You guys are doing an amazing job recruiting. You've got a women's team at University of Tampa that's pretty strong.
Columbus
it looks
Classic, they put up some numbers last week, so the girls are killing it. We get to bump into them out in Clearwater every now and then, and what they're doing is great with the College Hockey South right now as well.
So the last part about University of Tampa this weekend we're going to talk about is their goaltending. They have 4 goaltenders that they carry, 3 freshmen, correct?
Yes.
And one of them is going to get his first college start tonight right here on DSPN Live. So talk about Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan Marich, he's another one of these Northeastern kids who came down to University of Tampa. And a lot of promise from really our whole goaltending group as a whole. Sebastian Fontana is our returner this year, and we've gotten him in a couple games. He actually played last night. So it's just good to see how much of an opportunity. I mean, and to circle back to what we talked about at tryouts, I think we had about 20 goalies come out this year. So it's getting them just in a tryout scenario, in a scrimmage scenario. It is sometimes hard to pick the goalies from the better and the weaker ones, and it shows our goalie class that we have right now. It's a really strong group that we got this year. Well,
Tampa is the talk of the South again this year. They were at Nationals last year, both teams. I got to cover you guys. And even the year before when they let you in as an exception at D3, and they went 2-1. Look up on our YouTube channel, Holden's goal to win that game. But 2-1 in round robin. You know, so the program is strong at every level. You're doing a great job. Thank you for coming on the program tonight.
Thank you
Tell
so
the
much,
boys
Lewis.
I said hello, and good luck out there tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, head coach Jack Walsh. For all of your mortgage needs, think Seminole Money Tree. Our dedicated staff delivers exceptional one-on-one service that is second to none in the industry. Yes, the American dream of home ownership is alive and well, but it takes the right team to make it happen. We offer FHA, VA, and conventional financing anywhere in the state. For more information, visit us at SeminoleMoneyTree.com, established 1986.